Alrighty guys, welcome on back to some more Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Last episode, we got the final job in the game, the Conjurer, and then we finished up Chapter 6 after learning that Airy was not who she says she is. And in this episode, you might be wondering why we're starting at the title screen. Well, that's because I noticed something whenever I was logging in to get everything ready to go. I was opening up OBS, getting a drink, all that stuff. I noticed something different about this title screen. You won't be able to see it yet, but you will see it very, very soon. Bravely Default, Lying Airy. I gotta say, guys, this is genius. Whoever was sitting in the boardroom at Square Enix and was like, what if we get rid of the F in Flying Fairy and make it Lying Airy? And that has to be like the first thing they thought of. Is like, okay, what's a title we could give it that looks cool? And then we named the bad guy after it. I mean, it's absolutely insane what they did. I think this is a genius thing. I love when they change the title screen and not just like a new picture, but like something that actually represents your point in the game. I think it's genius. And again, I just think this is so cool. So wanted to show that off before we actually hop into the game. So let's go ahead and get into it. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're trying to reach 500 subscribers by August, so it'll really help me out, and it'll help make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. So, I gotta be honest with you guys. I recorded this episode already. I want to quickly give a little insight as to what the world state is right now. Chapter 6, I had said that almost everything in Chapter 6 was the same as it was in Chapter 5. The only things that were new were the couple boss fights we did to unlock the Conjurer class. Everything else was roughly the same. But I said it's going to get harder by Chapter 7. I want to warn you right now, if you have not grinded yet, do so before you take on any of these challenges coming forward. If you look at your map, there's a lot of different things here. Starting with the first island of Kaldisla, there's only one blue exclamation point. There's none down in the southeast, 2 in the east, 1 in the southwest, 3 in the northwest. They've consolidated these boss fights, but made them incredibly hard. Like, very, very hard. As I said, I recorded the last episode and spent about 45 minutes trying to beat this very first boss in here. I could not beat it. In fact, there were attempts where, and this was all on camera, I didn't do any cutting. There were attempts where I couldn't even land a single hit on the enemy because of how strong they were. So, I decided to scratch the video, restart a previous save file, and do a little bit of grinding. And I gotta say, I spent only about 30 to 45 minutes grinding. I was at level 74 before. I'm now at max level 99. Not all my jobs are maxed out. It's impossible to max out all your jobs before. But you can see we have a lot of stars just because I was maxing out random jobs as we went. Something I do want to call attention to is if you do get the Conjurer to level 9, I believe, you get this skill Obliterate. I mentioned it in the last episode. Basically, if you're 20 levels higher than the enemy and you act first, you will insta-kill all of them. It's not consistent. It's not as consistent as using the items because if you get like snuck attack or if the enemy gets to go first, they'll hit you. They can put you to sleep. They'll cancel out your Obliterate. Then you have to use the items anyways. But it is still really good. It sped up the process by quite a lot because all I had to do was equip the ability from the Freelancer, right down here. The Lure Enemy, which just lets you press ZR and you can immediately get into a fight with an enemy. I would just spam ZR while clicking A really quickly, and I was able to basically one-shot every enemy because of Obliterate in the same spot that we've grinded before. And again, it didn't really take that long. Even if you want to look, my previous save file was this one right here at 5218. And again, this was... I did a little bit work after that, so really it was about 5230 before I started grinding. And this is right here, so it really only took about 40 minutes to grind from level 75 to level 99. So very, very big difference. I highly recommend you guys do the same. If you don't want to, if you want a challenge, please come fight these guys when you can. But as far as I'm concerned, at this point, we're not really getting any stronger. We're using the same jobs over and over again with the same skills. So I just want to be able to experience the story and see what's going on. So with all that said, let's go ahead and head into our first fight. You're going to notice some differences very, very quickly here. Another thing I'd recommend you do is have somebody with the Thief's Ring on, or the Thief ability. You want to be able to do Steal here. I believe Steal's probably the best. You can also do Mug, just because it's the same as Steal, but has a chance you do some damage too. You also could do Shakedown, which steals an item from all enemies, but we don't really need to do Shakedown at the moment. I'll have to say, grab Thievery, and I went ahead and threw the Thief Glove on Edea as well to make it a little bit easier. These bosses are going to have some really powerful items that you can steal from them, so I recommend you do so. And so, with all that, let's go ahead and talk to Ominous Crow here.
Who's there? Villains, you'll go no further. Men, fall in! What? Where are you, useless apes? Fine, so be it. Come forth, my faithful servant. I summon you, Bahamut! Incinerate my foes with your all-consuming fury! What is with you people? Stay away from
So, it's time to fight Ominous Crow and Bahamut. Bahamut's insane. I'm hoping we can actually see how much he still does, even at level 99. You can see the biggest thing is our HP and MP went up a lot. But let's just see how much he does here. He hit us with Silence, no big deal. Pico Flare, yep, that's still doing about the same amount of damage. So that Pico Flare was doing about 1900, which means in 2 turns, if you couldn't fully heal in time, you were pretty much just dead. He has one more attack, and we'll keep it at 2 XP just so we can see the other attack. His regular attacks do about 1,000, and then Sleep is brutal, because Sleep is making it so that way you can't even do damage. I'm glad the regular attacks aren't doing that much to Ringabel anymore, because unfortunately Ringabel was taking way more than I'd like him to. Let's go ahead and... For some reason, when they're sleeping, they like to not use the attack all abilities, which is good, kind of, but also makes it a little bit harder for me. We're going to go ahead and use our gastric juices, and then Edea, let's go ahead and life or death. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be hitting max damage every turn now, but let's see. Hit me with another poison, hit me with 1500 damage, we'll default. We'll just go ahead and throw Curas. I can out-heal the poison damage I'm going to be taking, so not too worried about that. I feel like there's not really anything for me to be using here. I could deep freeze. Honestly, I'm going to try Energy Burst at the level we're at now. Also, what I'd recommend you do, we need to steal from Ominous. So a really, really good strategy here is to try to target the Bahamut. So I'm going to attack Bahamut with the minus strikes, and then just hope the rage hits him. Once Ominous gets too low, don't use rage anymore, because right here, you don't want this to hit like 10 times and kill him. There we go, doing solid damage to the Bahamut, but I do die totally fine because we were expecting that anyways. Okay. Ominous is honestly a little bit lower than I'd like, so let's just Utsusume, and then let's Arise Edea, and then probably just default with Ringabel. Bahamut's going to heal a little bit. That's the biggest problem with Ominous now, is that he is just going to keep doing this. We'll try Life or Death, just start getting prepped. Let's go ahead and toss Curas at everyone. I actually will need to start using Curages to full heal, but for now we're fine. Let's go ahead and triple one more for you to Edea, because again, our job now is to either kill Bahamut or steal from Ominous, whichever one comes first. Okay, well, Edea died to a Thunder there. Unfortunately, even at level 99, guys, you are not immune. Let's go ahead and... I might just go for... If I kill Ominous, I think I'll just... No, it's real dumb to do that. Let me just try a normal attack. See how much that does to a Bahamut. We do have to Arise Edea again, unfortunately. And then default. Only about 6,000, not anything too crazy, but that is a silence that is absolutely ruthless to on yes here, so I do need to cure myself with a Echo Herb. We can actually use Ringabel for the heal this time around with a White Wind. And then Edea, we need to start stealing. We have to get this steal, so we'll use Mug on Ominous a whole bunch till we get the item from him. Couldn't steal anything, totally fine. Ooh, good dodge, good dodge. Edea is asleep again. We will Utsusume. At this point, we are kind of just waiting to get that steal. I'm honestly going to keep healing him, which is a little bit annoying because I can't really, without using rage or things like that, I can't really out-damage it. I could try, just because Tiz is about to die, I could try a, what is this? Not Black Bane, Dark Bane on Bahamut over and over again. Just to do a good amount of damage there. Ooh, actually. Oh, no, I can do it 3 or 4 times. Great. Let's get a Cura onto everybody. A default. And we just have to have Edea be able to act now. Come on. Bahamut doesn't have an item. That's the reason we're able to target Bahamut. And there was the attack that's absolutely ruthless. As you can see, I'm at no HP left on yes, which is really, really bad. Let's do a Curata on everyone. Ringabel, let's go ahead and have you... Just in case, let's go ahead and have you White Wind, and then let's do another Mug on Ominous. And there we go, Lordly Robe stolen, so we can now safely kill Ominous with no issues. We'll go ahead and revive Tiz. Let's go ahead and Genome Mobility, Gastric Juices, and then have Edea default. Man, he really went out there, huh? We will... I'll do a Cura just in case here, but Ringabel's going to use White Wind as a double heal. And then Edea... I could default with you, but I think we're actually going to Life or Death, and I think I'm just going to go all out to try to get rid of Ominous this turn. Okay, got my heal off, which is great. Yeah, I'm just going to try to get rid of him. He's very tough. And as you can see, like, this is me pretty much at full power. I can't get any stronger than this, even with items. So, these boss fights are just a little more challenging. Bahamut. Well, Ominous, my fight, yep, you're done. If you're not trying to steal from them, it makes it much, much easier. But we're going to try to steal just for, like, Lordly Robes is a really solid item. And here's the real fight. I never even made it here before I leveled up to level 99. This is a fight with all 3 of them, Heinkel, Barris, and Ominous, and of course, they all still have something we can steal. And we're starting with 0 BP. And Edea's hurt, so as you can see, this is not going to be easy at all. Okay. With Tiz, I'm going to use Utsusume because that's going to help out a lot here. Then we are going to want to start using Curatas. And then Ringabel, you're actually going to default this turn because you're hurt. We're going to see if you can survive a hit just in case. Good heal, good heal. Okay. Our top priority is Ominous if we get the chance. We want to drop him as quick as possible because he is able to keep casting magic on us, which with our current setup is going to be the most damaging thing. As you can see, I think Barris is his name, the monk. He doesn't do that much to us, but still a little bit more challenging. Agnès, you're basically on Curata duty the rest of the fight. Ringabel, I'm going to go ahead and... I need to default with you still, but I also need to open... We're just going to gastric juices. If he dies, it'll get rid of his poison anyways. Edea, we're going to go ahead and... Man, I will just mug this turn, and we're going to try to mug a Heinkel, actually. Couldn't steal anything, unfortunately. And of course, we get hit with the worst possible thing we can be hit with, a silence on Agnès. We're going to use a turn to Utsusume. Agnès, you have to go ahead and Echo Herbs yourself. We'll have a Ringabel get ready to... It sucks because he acts first, so White Wind actually doesn't do much. We'll do it anyways. And then Edea, we're going to go ahead and mug Heinkel one more time. Couldn't steal anything still. Okay, Tiz. Let's see what we can do here. We're going to Rage. Then we're going to target Ominous first. If we kill Ominous, the fight gets much, much easier. Edea, we're going to keep trying to steal from Heinkel. He's the second one that needs to fall. Because Barris really doesn't do anything. Oh, Heinkel has that ability. That's right. I totally forgot. Okay, so I can't do that again, unfortunately. Go ahead and gastric juices. We're just gonna keep trying to steal from Heinkel. It actually might even be worth using. Oh, I can't even mug anymore. He's dead. Good, he woke him up immediately. Fantastic. Get a Curata. That'll be my last Curata I can actually use here. Then I need to start stealing from him. Come on, Heinkel. His item isn't even that good. We're going to throw in a Rise over at his Ringabel. We'll have you heal everyone up with White Wind. Try to steal again. Jeez, man. Cure everyone. Default. And honestly... in the off chance it hits, we'll steal something from Barris. Couldn't steal anything. Lustrous shield stolen. Fantastic. The only reason we wanted it is for that shield, because two of our characters do use shields. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been too great. We will Utsusume, and we actually can, next time we're able to attack, we can go ahead and get rid of Heinkel here. So we'll go ahead and Gastric Juice, and then default with Edea. Utsusume is still up. Fantastic. We're just going to keep Cure... Oh, we're actually really running real low on MP because we keep a Rising, unfortunately. We're doing Gastric Juice again. There's no reason not to. It's doing a lot of damage to Barris there. Fortunately, everyone's poisoned now, which is not great. I'm not able to cure that right now. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and let's get rid of them. We will Gastric Juice again, because there's no reason not to keep doing that. We'll go ahead and... Nope, not Rage. We will Life or Death. We don't really care for stealing from Barris. He's just going to give us the fists that we already have. If I get a chance, I will still steal from him. But he's running really low on HP, so there's a chance we just outright kill him here. If our rages get... I want to say unlucky, but it really is if our rages get lucky, we'll outright kill. In a typical, like, instance. Right here, I'm hoping this gets rid of Ominous. Okay, we get rid of him. Great. And there's Ominous, leaving only Barris left, meaning this is actually going to be really easy now. We'll go ahead and arise Edea. Default with Ringabel. Because he really can't deal that much damage to us. I'm going to go ahead and finally default with her. And then we can just, one more for you to Edea a whole bunch. So that way she can steal from him. Wow, he didn't get his Utsusume off because he was asleep. That's unfortunate. We'll go ahead and Kurata default. And then Edea, let's try to steal this from him. I'm just going to use Mug. I'll use Mug 9, 18, 20. Okay, we can use it 3 times. No, I'm going to use it twice because he still has an Utsusume up. So I don't want to accidentally kill him here. And there's our Hadean Claws. And that means all that's left is to finish him off. Let's go ahead and a life or death. Keep our going with our heals just in case. And then finish things off here with a rage and minus strikes. And that is the Sky Knights defeated. You get crystal, these are your dropped items. You get a crystal mail, a Lilith's Rod, 2 X potions, and a nightmare pillow.
I underestimated you, Vestal. You and Edea are both formidable foes. Barris, I'll bring up the rear. You take Ominous and Bahamut and fall back.
What? You saying the battle's over? I barely got to punch anything!
Holly isn't here to patch you up. Just who do you expect to haul your giant carcass out of here if you go down? That's an order. Fall back to the rendezvous point.
Come on, Ominous, and no squirming. I said I don't take orders from you insolent lummox.
I'll be right behind. Try to play nice, you two.
That hurts! Hey, Ominous! Tell your dumb dragon to stop biting! Can't carry him if he's taking chunks out of me! Hey!
And so that's our first set of bosses. We're going to go ahead and we need to rest anyway, so no reason to worry about that. But let's check out our gear. If you didn't pick up on it, that's gear we could have gotten from like chests and from the item shop. So it's not like it's anything too insane, but like, for instance, Lordly robes here is just better than the Luminous robes, which is really solid. We'll go ahead and throw that on Ringabel. We still like using Brave Suit just because this adds an extra BP at the start of every battle, which is really good. We also got... Which one was it? We got the new shield. I think... Lustrous Shield is just better. It nullifies light. It's unfortunate because I actually do really like nullifying dark, but it's just better to nullify light, which is really cool. We also got the claws, but we're not using any claw characters right now. But I do believe those are also the claws we already could have gotten. Yeah, we have 2 Hadean claws. So if you are using claws, there's some new ones for you. We'll go ahead and exit, and we're going to try to get through at least one more boss fight in this episode. Let's go ahead and board our ship. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, we got an achievement here. I believe this is for reaching level 14 with every job, so at least one job hit level 14. We get a black belt. I want to say that's a really solid item. Let's check it out on Tiz here. Where is it? Black belt. Raises crit rate. Honestly, that's kind of crazy, and I'll throw it on Tiz once I give the hyper bracers back to Edea. We're still going to keep her with the steel for a little bit. She actually doesn't need to steal anything right now, but it'll still make it a little bit easier. Unfortunately, there are no fights down here, like I said, so not really anything for us to worry about. Who do I want to fight? Do I want to come over here? I don't think I do. I think I could do this one pretty easily. So let's go ahead and board our ship and do a quick heal. Very unfortunate. I guess that means there are no, you can't fight like the thief and the profiteer and all that. Let's just rest normally. Not rest with a pillow just yet, but we are getting very close to being able to want to do that at least. Hard at work, I see. Yes, I am. So let's just go ahead and land and see what awaits us in here. If it's not obvious who we're going to be fighting, it should be. We'll just go ahead and run all the way to the end. You can also tell some of these enemies have new attack patterns as well. There's really just no reason to fight anything here. We'll do our usual strategy of just using our Black Bane to get rid of all of them as we're running through here. Goodbye. Ooh, I just got hit by the silence, didn't I? Yep, that sucks. That means we're pretty much going to have to rest here at the end. Or I'll just do... No, I can still make it, because Black Bane isn't affected by silence. We can just do what I was going to do, which is buy more Echo Herbs anyways. Because we were using quite a bit of them, and we only have like 7 left. And honestly, getting hit by the... by the silence during fights on Agnès is ruthless. Unfortunately, that means I can only use Black Bane one more time. We're here anyways. Let's just purchase a ton of Echo Herbs. Right here. Yeah, purchase 93. There's no reason not to just buy all of them. In fact, I should just buy max remedies. I'm not going to, but I should. How much is Turbo Ethers? Almost all my money. Cool, cool. Not going to worry about that yet. How much are max Phoenix Downs? Yep. Pick up all those. Alright, let's go ahead and heal ourselves now. We'll need to use an Echo Herb on Agnès, and then Agnès can cure everyone else. Actually, there's no reason to do that. We have all the Echo Herbs we could possibly need. And let's make sure we save before we get into this fight. We've already fought a very similar setup to this. Last episode, whenever we fought the all the enemies together already. We fought all 3 of the sisters. Except, as you can see, it's not what you would think, and it's actually not what I was expecting.
Of founding the Eternian Board of Girl Power, recruit members from across the duchy. And this is the turnout? What ails the girls of Eternia these days? What happened to girl power? Surely you agree, Artemia? That sickly, sweet fame seeker, so eager to do anything for attention. And that arrogant old bag who thinks her curves will last out the year. Ha! A fine pair of fools, the both of them. Wouldn't you say, Kikyo? Artemia, I like what your sister Airy has been doing with that classical relaxed look. Sister have 0 girl power. sister have more manpower than man? Anyone want some candy? Good! Sweet! This girl power! Yes. Yes, it is. Artemia admire your girl power. Artemia give Victoria this. Ooh, is this? It is! A Frosty Charm bracelet! And it's the Eternian limited edition! I can really have it? Artemia make bracelets. Sell to many trader. Wholesale side job. Really? You're the one who makes these? Artemia all alone is child, raised by Frosty. So Artemia know what Frosty looked like. Artemia even make Frosty with eyes closed. Oh, that's girl power. Girl power. Artemia give to Kikyo too.
This perfectly captures the essence of those cute little Frosties. I just adore how you've produced every last detail. I envy those amazingly talented hands of yours and humbly request you make Carbuncle and Ratatas charm bracelets next. That would be lovely, thank you.
Oh, what a chatterbox you are! Good trick! Good lung capacity! Great fluency! Yours is a strange and wondrous brand of girl power, Kikyo. What have we here? Uninvited guests? Pitiful fools, jealous of our girl power. Grind them to dust, ladies.
Time for girl power. And once again, we want to steal. This is going to be awful because of Victoria. We're going to hope for the best. Like, honestly, we're just going to try to, I think, mug Victoria right off the bat. If we can get this, it'll become much easier. Yeah, as soon as we can get this steal, we're going to be in a really good spot. The good thing is, two of the characters are just physical attackers, so stuff like Utsusume is just going to make this kind of a joke. But we have to still steal, so Victoria, please. And I'm just hoping she doesn't hit me with the one ability. Yep, there's our poison. This is unfortunate. We have successfully avoided this attack like every single time we fought her. I'm just gonna have to be wasting Esunagas, which I didn't want to have to do. Victoria, please give me your item. Yep, then we get hit, which is totally fine. Ringabel's just gonna have to go on healing duty pretty much now, which is, again, fine. This is what he's here for. That's why we kept him on Vampire instead of giving him Thief. Couldn't steal anything once again. Jesus. I think she is actually just going to keep doing that, which is a little irritating. But what can you do? Mug. Victoria. Couldn't steal anything. Tsunaga. Default. Actually, don't need Asunaga this turn. So we can just not mug Victoria. Couldn't steal anything. And when I tell you that I'm about to auto this, I'm not even joking. We're about to auto and just see what happens. Jesus, Victoria. Oh my gosh. What is her deal? This is insane. What are the chances of this? Like, I genuinely don't know. She just double darked me. I'm just sitting here watching my HP. This is wild. Well, you guys see what I'm going to be doing. I'm actually going to just come back once we actually get what we're looking for here. So, I'll see you guys in a second. I've given up on stealing from Victoria for now. I'm going to kill everybody else. The reason I'm doing this is because I've actually restarted this fight because I killed Victoria. Now she's starting to cast Doom on me, and I just don't want to deal with it. So we're going to try to steal from Artemia first instead, because she's clearly... Victoria's not a threat here. So we're going to see if we can mug Artemia. Let's actually just use everything, because she's about to die. Let's mug Artemia twice, and honestly, let's just steal from Kikyo twice. Couldn't steal from Artemia. Yoichi's bow stolen. Easy. Couldn't steal anything from Kikyo. Couldn't steal anything from Kikyo. That's totally fine. With Tiz, let's go ahead and just... let's Life or Death. Let's, Esunaga everyone. Go ahead and try to give her back some of her, BP before she dies. And then let's just try to keep stealing from Kikyo here. Honestly, I wish she would have killed me there. I totally forgot. This music's a copyright music. Whoops. We're probably going to have to deal with that now. Okay, we're life or death. Just go crazy. Let's rage. Minus strike. All on Artemia. Go ahead and raise up Edea. And then Ringabel. Let's just spend a turn. We can just default this. Oh, nope. Let's raise Edea and default this turn with Ringabel. Oh, I totally forgot. Tiz is dead now. Whoops. Yeah, poison will get rid of him, which is, I mean, oh, that's bad. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's Phoenix, we can use one less. Let's Phoenix down Edea or Agnès and Tiz, and then let's, White Wind everybody. Ooh, well, that's bad. That's fine. Raise Edea back up. White Wind. This is why we have 2 healers here. That poison is making me mad. Esunaga everybody. White Wind. Edea default. Oh, that's the attack that does a ton of damage when you're poisoned. We hadn't had a chance to see that yet, but that's what it was. Go ahead and actually, I'm going to use Agnès to heal because Ringabel's would be pointless. Steal from Kikyo, steal from Kikyo, steal from Kikyo. Brave suit stolen, fantastic. That's what we were going for. I can kill everyone but, whatever her name, Victoria. Arise Tiz, Ringabel, default. This is unfortunate. We're just gonna default here. He's like, he takes no damage, but it sucks because he's actually going to die to the Doom. Actually, no, I can use the item. Hold on. I can use Balsam. No, that's Dread, not Doom. No. Poor guy. Nothing I can do here. He's gonna go down, unfortunately. We'll try to load him with a gastric juice before he dies. And then Edea, default one more time. Yeah, poor guy. Let's go ahead and we want to hope we survive this, first off. Raise and then Kurata everyone. Okay, good. She got to go. That's what I was worried about. Default. Esunaga. Default. Life or death. I'm actually not worried about the dark attacks killing Victoria because she is resistant to it. So it'll be a little bit easier for us here. Because I can get rid of everyone else. So rage and then minus strike. We're still going to try to drop Artemia first. There we go. I was hoping to get rid of that Utsusume just in case. Huge damage to her too. Great. 3 minus strikes gets rid of her. Now it actually gets significantly easier. We will life or death here. And then, actually, I don't even know if I need a life or death. I think I just rage. And then, a Curata. And then Ringabel uses White Wind to heal up Edea here. Oh, well, Edea dies, so. Great. That is exactly what I was hoping would happen, actually. Other than Edea dying, but... and then I think I just do a normal attack on Kikyo till she's dead. I bring Edea back. Ooh, doesn't do a lot of damage. And she Utsusumes, so I will need to hit her with one more rage, which is fine. Did she doom Edea immediately? That's annoying. Let's try to at least get her back away from negative. There we go. And we just have to worry about Victoria. Dooming multiple party members here, huh, Victoria? That's super cool of you. Let's see if we can steal this from her. I'm getting tired of her. There we go, the life ring. That's what we were looking for. Now we can finish her off. Oh no, you're wasting your BP on a character that's already dead. Default. Arise. Unfortunately, Ringabel, not much you can do, so let's just one more for you to Tiz so we can get rid of her as soon as you guys are back up. Actually, there is no reason for me to give them XP. I totally forgot. He does not have to be alive. I can just finish this off. Rage. Minus strikes. And this should be girl power defeated. And yes, it is. From your drops, you get some Dwarven Gloves, a Crystal Helm, a Kunai, Magic Armlets, and a Nightmare Pillow.
Strong! No have girl power, like sister. You're right. Let's quit this place before the barbarians begin to rub off on us.
Should I be mad? I feel mad. Really authentically angry.
Is it because they called us barbarians? I know Victoria's voice actor, and I don't know where from. She just sounds so familiar. And maybe just because I've heard her in this game a whole bunch. But I feel like she's like a pretty famous one. But either way, that is 2 of our bosses completed. Let's go ahead and teleport on out of here. And with those 2 defeated, that only leaves 5 more. Wait, yeah, 5 more. Man, that is still a lot. And yes, every single boss you fight is now regrouped in some form or fashion here. And you want to steal almost every item because they're all really solid. In fact, let's go check out that life ring. I believe that is a brand new item that we could not get up to this point. Is it gonna be here? Yep, a strange ring that greatly raises HP. Gives you 1,000 HP if you have it equipped. That is really, really good. And so, with that, guys, I think that's a good place to wind things down. In the next episode, we will continue our adventure to try to defeat all of the regrouped bosses. I will see you guys then.